in a really, we were kind of going through a lot of kids that were either, committing suicide or being killed because they were gay. And
Ellen DeGeneres is a comedian, television personality, actor, writer, and producer from the United States. Her stand-up career began in the early 1980s, and she made an appearance on Johnny Carson's Tonight Show in 1986. As a film actress, DeGeneres appeared in Mr. Wong, 1996, EdTV, 1999, and The Love Letter, 1999, as well as providing the voice of Dory in the Pixar animated film Finding Nemo, 2003, and Finding Dory, 2016. DeGeneres has hosted numerous award shows, including the Academy Awards, Grammy Awards, and Primetime Emmys. She's written 4 novels and founded 1111, a record label, as well as a Very Good Production, a production company. She also founded ED, Ellen DeGeneres, a lifestyle brand that includes fashion, accessories, home, baby, and pet products. She's received 30 Emmys, 20 People's Choice Awards, more than any other individual, and countless other honors.
Seen and not looked at as an equal, and I really thought by being visible and by being open and honest, I could reach a lot of people.
If you enjoy these videos, please remember to hit the like button, as it does help us out a lot. And comment below who your favorite celebrity is that you'd love to see in an upcoming video. Her full name is Ellen Lee DeGeneres, but is also known as ED. She was born January 26, 1958 in Metairie, Louisiana, U.S., making her 63 at the time of this production. She stands 171 centimeters or 5 feet 6 inches tall. DeGeneres has a number of hobbies that she enjoys. She enjoys collecting antique mirrors and playing tennis. She enjoys working out on her elliptical machine while watching Animal Planet shows. Ellen DeGeneres is a music lover. She enjoys listening to music and discussing it with others. She's dedicated her life to developing emerging talent and inviting musicians into the entertainment industry. R&B and old school R&B are 2 of her favorite types of music. Ellen DeGeneres enjoys playing video games as well. Ping pong is her favorite game. Just like her personality, Ellen, like a ping pong ball, is always jumping from one location to the next. Her game preferences mirror her restless and always-on nature. DeGeneres came out as a lesbian in 1997. The revelation of her sexual orientation piqued American tabloids' curiosity. Her professional career was hampered by the contentiousness of the media coverage, which left her mired in sadness. Betty DeGeneres admits being astonished when her daughter Ellen came out in her book Love Ellen, but she's since been one of her most ardent supporters. She's also a member of PFLAG and a spokesman for the Human Rights Campaign's Coming Out Project. DeGeneres began a love relationship with actress Anne Heche the same year she came out, which lasted until August 2000. DeGeneres had a long-term relationship with photographer Alexandra Hedison from 2000 to 2004. The couple was featured on the cover of The Advocate after their breakup had already been publicized. DeGeneres and Portia de Rossi have been dating since 2004. DeGeneres and de Rossi were engaged and married in August 2008 at their home in Beverly Hills, California, where they dwell with their 4 dogs and 3 cats following the repeal of California's same-sex marriage law. Proposition 8 placed questions on their marriage's legal validity, but a subsequent California Supreme Court ruling upheld it because it took place before November 4, 2008. De Rossi filed a petition to legally alter her name to Portia Lee James DeGeneres on August 6, 2010. On September 23, 2010, the petition was approved.
It should be on everyone's bucket list. I know it's not an easy thing to do, to go to Rwanda, but it just is life-changing because they are just magnificent.
DeGeneres was born and raised in Metairie, Louisiana, to speech therapist Elizabeth Jane and insurance agent Elliot Everett DeGeneres. Vance, her brother, is a musician and producer. She was reared as a Christian Scientist and is of French, English, German, and Irish origin. Her parents divorced the next year after filing for divorce in 1973. Ellen's mother married Roy Grusendorf, a businessman, not long after. Betty Jane and Ellen relocated from the New Orleans region to Atlanta with Grusendorf. Vance chose to remain with his father. Her stepfather molested her when she was 15 or 16 years old. J.C. Penney was one of her first employers, and she also worked as a waitress at TGI Fridays and then another restaurant. She worked as a house painter, a hostess, and a bartender, among other things. In her comedy work, she discusses a lot of her life and professional experiences. DeGeneres began her stand-up career in small clubs and coffee shops. She was the MC of New Orleans' Clyde's Comedy Club by 1981. Woody Allen and Steve Martin were two of DeGeneres's biggest influences at the time. She began touring nationwide in the early 1980s, and in 1984 she was crowned Showtime's funniest person in America. After a 15-year absence from stand-up comedy, DeGeneres returned in 2018 with Relatable, a Netflix stand-up show.
Continue on with anything else, endangered species, and yes, it's so the initiative was to raise money to build this campus for scientists and tourists.
According to Forbes, DeGeneres earned $87.5 million in 2018, making her the world's 15th highest-paid entertainer. Forbes called her the 50th most powerful woman in the world in 2015, and she was ranked second on the World Pride Power list. According to reports from 2017, DeGeneres earns $50 million per year from her show, The Ellen DeGeneres Show, which debuted in September 2003. According to Forbes, she has a clever deal that nets her around 60% of the earnings the daytime mainstay makes from product placement, advertising, and carrying fees. And this isn't simply because of her amazing hosting responsibilities, dancing, and sense of humor. Ellen DeGeneres' net worth is $330 million. DeGeneres isn't one to remain put for long. DeGeneres is a savvy property investor. DeGeneres sold a Hollywood Hills home to Will Ferrell for $9 million in 2003, another to the late Heath Ledger for $2 million in 2004, and another California property to Google CEO Eric Schmidt for $20 million before marrying Portia de Rossi. Since their wedding, de Rossi and DeGeneres have made a fortune selling real estate to other celebrities. The couple paid $12 million for Brad Pitt's Malibu property in 2011 and sold it for $13 million the following year. They bought a home in Montecito, California for $26.5 million in 2013 and sold it for $34 million in 2018. De Rossi and DeGeneres spent $40 million on a Los Angeles property in 2014. They bought a Montecito home for $7.2 million in 2017 and sold it for $11 million to Tinder founder Sean Rad in 2018. They bought a house in Carpinteria, California for $18.6 million and sold it for $23 million the same year. They bought a $15 million Beverly Hills property in 2018 and sold it for $15.5 million, as well as a $6.7 million ranch in Santa Barbara that they sold for $6.98 million to Nickelodeon president Brian Robbins. The cars you would find in DeGeneres's garage include a Ferrari California, a Porsche 993, a Porsche Panamera, a Porsche Targa 4S, a Porsche Cayenne S, and a Land Rover Defender. The TV star has an expensive watch collection that's worth thousands of dollars. It includes a Rolex Yachtmaster 40 Ever Rose, a Rolex Oyster Perpetual Day Date, a Patek Philippe Grand, and a Patek Philippe Aquanaut Travel Time.